Imagine one day that you wake up and it's chaos outside. You hear sirens and explosions and gunshots, and you're freaking out. So you walk out your door and take a peek and look around, and there's zombies everywhere. But as you take a closer look, you realize, oh wait, this is a daily occurrence in these parts. These aren't zombies, these are drug addicts. And this is Kensington, Philadelphia. Brandon Buckingham is going to show us some shit, man.
Kensington, Philadelphia is the most disturbing place in all of America. Aptly named the City of Zombies, the streets are lined with lost souls nodding out in broad daylight from extreme drug abuse. Every YouTuber I've seen visit Kensington, Philadelphia has gone with a bodyguard, and all of them say, if you go alone, you will die.
If we were to go here on our own, how would it go for us? What would happen if I came with no security?
Oh, you easily will get shot, probably killed.
So I ventured unarmed and by myself to Kensington, Philadelphia to experience firsthand life in the City of Zombies. I'm here at McPherson Square in Kensington, Philadelphia, and right outside
I've only seen Kensington, Philadelphia, and the people that are involved with that whole situation in short clips. So I've never actually gotten to see like an extensive look on what it is like there.
this gated-in park full of children is thousands of opiate-addicted drug addicts that wander the streets and appear to others to be real-life zombies. As you can see behind me, we have someone with a tourniquet who is nodding out, probably recently having shot up.
This dope epidemic, man, it's crazy, it's insane. People are dying and it's dope, it's not.
I've seen this guy before. I've seen about 30 of this guy before. This is a very common archetype of human right there.
Not even real no more.
There's a new street drug called xylazine. It was originally a horse tranquilizer, but in Kensington, people are using it intravenously, sending them into a zombie-like trance and causing flesh-eating wounds. Later in the video, we meet a man named Pat who shoots up xylazine in front of us and shows us its dangerous effects in real time.
It's so strong. People who don't do it, they could open a bag up and just the flakes from it can make you fall out, even overdose.
Next, we followed the man down a back alley so he could show us the conditions he sleeps in.
Yeah, I don't know anything about fentanyl apparently, but I don't think I'm ever going to come in contact with it. But who knows, man? Who knows where things are going to go?
A lot of people probably don't even know this is back here, for real, like.
So yeah, I guess we're in this kind of abandoned homeless apartment complex. All right, so we're gonna get a little look of his room here. How many people sleep in this one room?
Right now, it's like 6 of us. It's a small room, as you see.
What do you think the square footage of this place is?
I've lived in a room with 6 people before, but it was a little bit bigger than that, and we weren't doing drugs. We were just partying with alcohol and weed, pretty much. And we were making money, doing legal things, mostly.
About 2 arms length.
And she's okay, right?
Yeah, she's just sleeping. She's a heavy sleeper. We try to make it work for the most part, though. Like, we cool, we make it all work. But as you can see, like, there's holes in the wall and shit. Like, we get frustrated. I mean, we're at the bottom of the bottom down here.
Man, don't you get nervous about having the uncapped syringes? Stepping on them or something?
I try to, for the most part, I try to tell people to put them away, but I'm trying to get on methadone myself, or maybe Suboxone, some type of program to get my situation better. And I'm just slowly trying to work my way back to doing what I gotta do and get clean and just stay positive, I guess. That's all you could really do. And that's our cat, yeah, Garfield.
Shout out Garfield.
Say what's up, buddy.
Does having a pet like that help?
Imagine all the things you could do with the money that you spend on drugs every day, because they're spending so much money. I know of people that are homeless that are making hundreds of dollars a day to feed their addiction. Dude, you could start a business with that.
Help you keep a positive attitude?
Yeah, he's a good little companion. Around here, it's hard to, I guess you could say, trust people, because a lot of shit down here is crazy. Shootings, robbing, stealing.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people out there?
Just for everyone, this ain't the place to come. This shit is bad out here.
So just walking down the street here in Kensington, if you look into these little crevices, there's Narcan. It's everywhere. It's here, it's there. There's probably 100 packages of Narcan on this one street. We have the people in the car right behind us just smoking crack, and the people in the car behind them just literally smashed their windshield. I don't know if you can see it. The guy just smashed his own windshield. Assassination time! As we're walking back, and she just yelled at me, assassination time. Whatever that means. What is it like growing up here?
A lot of violence, a lot of shootouts. We need more love out here, more peace, more love. They're like dead souls out here. There's nobody's, no life. There's no love out here. It's like cold. They're like cold-blooded out here, you know?
Yeah, what happened to the scar on your face there?
All the stuff that I've been through out here caused me to like,
Whoa.
that's not the right way to go.
You walk up and down these streets of Kensington.
So, like, she cut her own face, dude. That's gnarly, man. Yeah, that seems like Brandon Buckingham's type of people here.
See a lot of people nodding out, overdosing, a lot of people screaming, violence, crimes being committed. And then just down some of these back streets, you have, 4-year-olds playing on scooters and throwing football. And so, what's your name?
Pat.
How long you been living out here, Pat?
I'm homeless right now, so I just come out here every once in a while just to grab my drugs.
I guess that brings a lot of people to this area, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm actually in a recovery house right now in Lansdowne. So the guys are probably going to be pretty upset if they see this video, but it is what it is. I do have kids. I need to start doing more for them. I'm not really doing as much as I need to do. Yeah, this is from
Oh my gosh.
What the hell is that?
that's from fucking I had a ruptured kidney.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that was from laying down, basically.
Brother, I'm sorry, man.
It's all good, man. It's the past. I appreciate that. Like, even though I'm in a recovery house, there's nobody right now leading us all in the direction that we need to go. It's kind of like, once they get their money, like they get a couple thousand for each person in there, and that's all they care about. You know what I mean? They're not trying to give us to that second step, which is like, help us find a job.
Like, help re-assimilate back into
No,
society.
they just have to tell people they're actually trying, so they can see, like, see, we're trying. We have to have this money, and then it just repeats the cycle. When you're not innovating, you're just doing the same thing and like taking the money, and then like, oh well, I gotta come back to work tomorrow. They're treating it as a job rather than a mission. The people involved with it are. I don't know about the people who are actually running the organization. They're probably just straight up pocketing a lot of that money.
Yes. The drug is so powerful that I need more help. I'm one of the guys, also, of many who were as a child, and I got to deal with that. That's one of the main reasons I started using. My dad dipped out early, and my mom, she's got a lot of problems herself, just like I do, and a lot of abuse growing up. So it's tough, man. I'm looking for a way out, man. I don't know. I know it doesn't help with me doing drugs. My message is just talk about it. Just try talking about it, because this kind of helps. I might go get high right after this. I am going to, but I appreciate it. You guys pulling me aside. I really am thankful for this moment.
I heard a little bit of your story. I gotta let you know, I work for the city. I'm getting ready to open up a program right here, Rising Up Recovery. Tomorrow after 11, I can meet you and take you to the intake, get you processed. You gotta want to do it yourself. We can get them the help, but majority of that work is gonna be on them. You gotta be willing to want it.
I wanted to talk about this trank stuff.
This point, for areas like this where people are dying and killing each other and robbing and all that, it doesn't matter. Start locking people up. Like, even this guy, like, sorry, Get out of that area. Stop doing this shit. You're killing yourself anyway. You're killing others. Like, I don't know what else to say at this point. You got to start arresting people. Arrest the people that are selling it. Arrest the people who are doing it. Because you know that they're selling it and doing other shit too. They're not just doing the drug and like, oh, I'm fine. I'm just going to sit here and just be happy on my drugs. No. They're doing things for those drugs. They're doing things because of those drugs. Just arrest them. I mean, don't arrest people for like, that are just trying to chill smoking pot. But if they're actively nodding out, get them off the streets and don't let them back on there.
That is becoming prevalent recently out here. What exactly is it?
It's a horse tranquilizer. They're using it because it's a cheaper high. It doesn't last as long as heroin, but the heroin is no longer down here.
It's just fentanyl, right?
It's fentanyl and trank. And I have to let the world know what this trank does. This trank eats you from the inside out. Yeah, you can't do that right there, Pat.
You guys would like to see me do some training?
Obviously, my ideal situation is you don't do it.
Yeah, I certainly would.
You're doing it no matter what.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to get it and then you come back here? All right, we'll wait here.
Kensington is the most dangerous neighborhood in the United States as of right now.
It's called Hello Kitty.
And this is the trank.
Yeah, apparently that's what they said. No.
So this shit is just available everywhere down here, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you just went 20 seconds away and got it.
Yep.
And I guess you're already getting excited before you even get it, right? Just knowing it's coming.
Oh yeah, the endorphins. You know, everything's gonna be all right.
No alcohol swabs to clean your arm before?
No, I just make sure I take a shower.
Oh man, right into a sore. Patrick takes about 2 minutes to shoot up, repeatedly filling the syringe with blood and pumping it back into his vein. And I want to get you an alcohol swab or something. Pulling it in and out and twisting it deeper into his body. So you just keep shooting up the blood and then pulling it out and shooting it up?
Just making sure it mixes.
Man,
Notice
I
how
want
when
to
he
see this
finishes shooting
uncensored.
up, he puts the needle with no cap on it directly into his pocket.
That would be the last time. I might use it one more time. My mood swings will be up and down, all around. And then I'm like,
Where are they even walking
need
to?
more, you know?
Or are they just
Does anybody
walking?
have a cigarette?
No.
Okay. Thank you, though, man. You guys are very generous. Yeah, man, life is what you make it, you know? This is a nice street, you know? Yeah, life is so good, you know, when you're doing the right thing. You know? Yeah.
Yep, I think he's
Like
starting
I
to
said,
nod out.
optimistic, hopeful, happy. I want to do things. You know? See? I'm like, oh, something in front of me? So, I used to get creative, you know? The mood swings go all over. Alright, take a little spot.
Yeah, so doesn't it worry you at all about like the infections? Because you can see your other injection sites look pretty rough.
Yeah.
So we're essentially watching your transformation from, you know, totally conscious and intelligible to, you know, becoming like a zombie out here.
Well, that face, man, that is a horrifying picture right there. I'm probably going to end up paying for his Patreon just so I can see this video.
Do you need help or anything? Is there anything we can get you?
Nah.
You're good? This is good right now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Nah, he's
Come on,
perfect,
please.
man.
So is the high already wearing off?
I'll talk to you about it a little bit. Yeah, no, I never got. Yeah, I was just talking about present. Wink, wink.
So, Pat, is there anything we can get you?
My claim date? A drink, please.
You want a drink?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, let's get you a drink, man.
Yeah, it was a blessing in disguise.
What, that you ran into us today?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of people in the world that do care about, like, you know, you and your opinions, and you.
That didn't
I'm
last
not
very
just saying
long.
that on some cliche, corny stuff. That's true with everyone.
This is what it is I just want to show you and the world what it is.
So you want to show this?
Yes.
What is it like living out here in Kensington?
Dude, it's hell out here, bro. You know what I mean? It's rough out here. I don't stay in Kensington. It's suicide to stay in Kensington. So No, this is like the biggest open air drug market anywhere. I mean, definitely on the East Coast, but I mean, they say in the United States, bigger than Chicago, bigger than Baltimore. You know, I mean, those cities are rough, obviously. But dude, between the open air market and the the gun violence out here, dude, it's tough, man. It's dangerous. But
There's a lot of hostility just walking up and down that street right there.
yeah. I mean, you gotta watch your back. You really do. You know what I mean? I mean, people are actually dying from withdrawal now from dope. That was you couldn't die from withdrawal before. You might have felt like you were going to, because that's the real issue now.
That's new, right? Within the past year or two?
Well, past year or two, yeah. So what happened when fentanyl came out, right? People weren't getting that like dopey opiate, like naughty.
Do we know who fentanyl came from? I got a pretty good idea. I think it's the same people that pushed crack on the black people and pushed meth on the white people. I'm sure it was the government. I know that they have it, and I know they make it, and I know people get it from them illegally. And there's a lot of money in it.
Feeling from that. You don't get that. So then they added the trank in, which gives you that dopey feeling,
I think they did it on purpose, though. Divide and conquer.
It's like eating holes in our bodies. It's not fit for human consumption. And
you can see the flesh wounds walking around. Like, yeah, look at the knuckles. And that's from shooting up trank between the fingers?
Yep. And no. That's the thing. You can get it anywhere. I've never shot up there.
So you shoot it up in your arm and it ends up there?
Yep.
Wow.
Or my neck or whatever. And
that's different.
And it ended up there. Yeah.
And what's the high like?
Well, with the trank, it's that dopey feeling, and with the fentanyl, that's the rush,
Okay. So you always mix the trank with the fentanyl?
Yeah. I mean, I have to now.
I think he's saying he's shooting up the trank straight.
Oh, really?
To pass the drug test because he's at a sober living home.
Oh, got you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where he's getting straight trank.
If you had one wish, what would it be?
Just that the doctors could get on board with finding something to take care of the trank withdrawal, because they're not treating it. Only in hospitals, if you get it admitted, they're giving you ketamine.
No, I know a little bit about what it's like in a situation like that. Not nearly as severe, but I used to vape this vape juice. I don't even know what it was, but it would get you high like 50 times stronger than pot. And when you vaped it, you would turn into a zombie and like be passing out, nodding out, and falling asleep like fentanyl or heroin. It might even have had fentanyl in it. I have no idea, but it came from an actual vape shop. So and it was hard to get off of, man. You'd be sick for a week, throwing up, can't sleep, can't eat, shaking, you're cold. It's bad, man.
To detox on, because that's a very similar tranquilizer, obviously. And it helps, apparently. It works, but the doctors aren't on board with that. So, Suboxone and methadone doesn't touch me.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
And then Narcan doesn't stop the overdoses, yeah?
Mostly, no, yeah. If you have enough in your system, no. So, yep.
I guess, is there any closing statements you want to say to anyone out there watching this?
People need help out here. And, if people can start being more understanding and try to get, like, the medical community on board.
I thought this video was going to be, like, crazy and full of, like, funny bits and music and cutaways, but this is, like, a serious interview with actual hurting people in Kensington, Philadelphia. I wasn't expecting it. I respect it a lot. I like Brandon Buckingham a lot.
With what's going on, then people will get help. I guarantee it. Because just like taking medicine for us anymore. It's not even getting high anymore, dude.
After this conversation, we stumbled upon a woman on the ground, completely lifeless and cold from overdosing on opioids. Thankfully, my camera guy Jabari had Narcan on him and successfully brought her back to life.
There you go. Hold out. No, yo, that shit put you in a full-blown withdrawal.
They said she was there for like 30 minutes or something and nobody did anything, and I just so happened to have some Narcan in my bag. I gave it to her. She came to it in about like a minute or two. She was like back up and moving. And
what happened was we walked by someone overdosing clearly on the street, throat full of track marks, not breathing at all, and then we had the Narcan her. And then once she woke up, she was pissed. Yeah, what's your name, brother?
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Khalil Nuruddin Amomen. That's my real name.
What's it like out here in Kensington?
It's really what you make it, but Kensington is a place where survival has its simplicity and has its complications.
What do you think about the trank that has infested Kensington the past few years?
What I think is a experimental fiasco. Do you know why?
Why?
Because these chemists,
There will be new drugs coming in here. These would be old drugs. Nobody will be wanting to do them in about 5-10 years, and there will be something new that's going to sweep through and destroy everything. It's about the cycle that we've been on for a very long time. Since
are
crack.
experimenting with drugs that they don't know the true impact of the people who don't know they're using it. You understand? It'd be one thing if you were using it, and then you could prepare yourself for the effect. But you don't know what the effect is because you don't know that you've been using it.
Is this your homie right there passed out?
That's a young man that joined our presence. I'm not even sure of his name.
What is it like to have so many people just laying in the street like zombies?
Well, if you have a conscience, it becomes something that you become aware of, and then morally you say, perhaps I'll try to wake him up before I leave.
So we're back here. It's about 7:30 at night. The sun is going to be setting soon. You'd think with so many resources going towards the police that are here, it would look a little different, you know? We've seen thefts, fights.
You can't pay people who are just trying to work their jobs to actually help these situations, because at the end of the day, they're just trying to make money to go back home to their families. They're not on a mission. They're on a mission to feed their families. You have to get people down there who are actually wanting to help these people, or it's not going to get fixed. People want to make money to take home, and there are certain businessmen or women who know this and know that they can make money off of this person feeling like that they want to help something, but they also got to have that paycheck. So they have to listen to whoever it is, and then they become desensitized, and then it just goes on and on and on and on. Nothing ever gets done.
See drug dealing everywhere, drug use everywhere. I don't know, maybe it's just too much for the police to combat, but there's police everywhere and crime everywhere. It's kind of weird, you know? One thing we saw when we were with Pat is when he went to go procure his substances, they would dip off these side streets, you know, away from the train tracks, and actually go into some stores. Not in this area, but some stores within a 5-mile radius. And that's where he would procure his trank from, was actually the corner stores, which was interesting.
Hey yo.
What up?
Fucking Robert Ghost, man. Y'all already know the fucking internet, man. It's fucking top slime, man. Yo, it's fatty. What y'all doing out here, though?
We're just wondering what's it like living in Kensington.
This joint tragic, you heard? Like, anything can happen down this joint, no lie. You could get smoked right now just to be on this corner. This shit tragic, man.
Are drive-bys crazy out here?
What? These is the best drive-bys right here. They don't know how to shoot, man.
They miss?
Yeah, they miss a lot. A lot of shit, like, niggas got shot right here. Niggas like, a lot of shit happened on this block. It's so much can happen anywhere at any time. Like, literally.
There are needles everywhere, and when I say everywhere, I'm not exaggerating at all. Just look right here, all these orange caps. All insulin needles. There's the packaging, caps.
Yeah, you don't want to walk around there barefoot.
Caps. Is it hard being a woman out here in this rough environment?
For me, it is scary a little bit. The law is very lenient here. I don't know if it's because the government has the Constitution here or whatever, but these people need to be a little bit more grateful. They have nuns coming, cooking home, cooking meals. They be like, I don't like that stuff. People bringing them lunches like they're little kids. Oh, you forgot your lunch at home. Peanut butter and jellies all day.
If you had one wish, what would it be?
To be honest, I wish my life would go back to being stable, as to me being in my son's life and communicating with my baby father on a more positive note for both of us, and to get out the street, be able to pay my bills and stuff like that, and maybe go to college or something if I don't do that, or something like that, something to make money and get back on track.
We're back at McPherson Square.
Man, it's sad because this girl looks relatively normal for now. Her voice is starting to go. I can tell. You can tell in her face. I wonder how old she is. She's probably in her 20s. And she's looking like she's pushing 40. Just in that face.
Stuff like that, and maybe go to college or something if I don't do that, or something like that. Something to make money and get back on track.
We're back at McPherson Square, aka Needle Park. You know, we've seen a lot today, a lot that I can't show on YouTube, and I think we're gonna wrap it. The sun has set. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm gonna head home. This was wild. Kensington definitely lives up to the reputation, man. This place was crazy, so be safe out there. So we're driving home from Kensington, and we're just recapping what happened.
At least like 15 minutes walking in any direction. It's just like post-apocalyptic, forgotten corner society. The cops patrolling it, completely apathetic. The
cops made me feel less safe. Like they're all around and they're not doing anything. So it's like, well, if something happens, who do I call?
Yeah.
Just saw that guy behind me put a suppository in his ass.
What the hell?
All right then. Well, I'm never going to Kensington. Actually, you know what? In extension of that, I don't think I'm ever going to a big city. Philadelphia? No, thank you. You know what? I'm just gonna steer clear of Pennsylvania altogether. I'm just gonna stay in my rural areas. Maybe if I go to Pennsylvania, I'll go talk to the Amish, because they're more my type of people. And I'll probably be checking out the next Brandon Buckingham video, because dude's a legend. I didn't know he was friends with Lil Darky, and that's cool. Lil Darky's one of my favorites.